Speech off.
Hey everybody, it's Steph. I am in my pajamas and did not really expect to make this video today. So basically I kind of wanted to share a little bit with you quickly to kind of encourage you during this time and to help you realize that none of us are alone. I've had a really hard time lately, as have millions of other people, and so I've been feeling really on the edge of another breakdown, and it's been scary for me. So I finally woke up today and felt like there was no way that I was going to let this take me like this. So I got busy and I got on my computer and started emailing all of my mental health professional connections in my local community through my organization, explaining what my situation is, kind of asking if everyone would either be willing to or would know of someone who is providing free services to certain individuals. So I did that, and then I called the mobile response team and I got myself some help from them today. So I'm feeling a lot better. And actually, hold on one second. I forgot my, let's see, I think that shall do it. A lot better today. I've been wearing my little Dollar Tree tiara. Actually, I got it for my niece, but I pulled it out of the bag and decided I was going to wear it right now since I'm in self-quarantine to protect myself from getting sick. So anyways, I called the mobile response team today and I explained to them that myself and my husband have no jobs at the moment, and that I am struggling because I cannot afford my therapy and I cannot find an organization in my community that will help me. I have called literally like every single organization and almost every single church, explaining my financial situation, and the issue that I'm finding for myself is that I have Medicare. So no one will accept me in their programs because I have Medicare, and they only take people without insurance. Well, yes, I have insurance, but who can afford their copays right now when they have no work? I mean, we've had to get food donated to us twice now, so it's not like I can just pull money out of my bank account and run up there and pay a copay and get my therapy. It's not that easy. So unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck in this like limbo place where I don't qualify for any help at all. So that was a little stressful, and I thought there's got to be someone out there that can help me. I mean, in New York, there's therapists that are coming together and they're offering free services to people. So I thought, why can't we do something like that here in our local community in Pensacola area, in the Northwest Florida area, because we have so many people who have lost their jobs right now. I mean, we are a tourist town. We are a service industry, entertainment industry based community. So a lot of our people have lost their jobs, and I thought maybe we can, just get the word out there and see if people will sign up. I mean, even if we only get 2 people willing to sign up, at least we have 2 people that are willing to help someone. And so that's kind of what I did this morning. And then with calling the mobile response team and explaining to them my situation, explaining to them that one of my medications is pretty cheap. It's almost $10. So I was able to get that one about a week ago. But my other supplemental medication, because I have to take 2 medications for my mental health, the second one is around $40 and I couldn't afford it. So I explained that to them as well. And with my Medicare, I don't get prescription coverage, so I don't have that option either. So anyways, I told them all of this. And for those of you who are not from the Northwest Florida area, or those of you who have not heard of the Mobile Response Team, the Mobile Response Team, we call it MRT. It is based out of Lakeview Center here in downtown Pensacola, and it's for the Northwest Florida community. Basically, it is a number that we can call. So if you need them and you are within their service area, that number is 1-866-517-7766. And so basically, Mobile Response Team is staffed with mental health as well as medical professionals. So you could call them and they can either do an evaluation over the phone, they can come to you in person, or you can go to them if you are able. From there, you can have an evaluation done and they will determine whether you need to go in for more evaluation to possibly receive some in-house treatment. But their main goal is to try to help you with outside resources and treatment. So basically, with me and my situation, it took a little longer today to get me help, but I tell you what, it didn't feel like it took all day, because all day long, in between them trying to figure things out to be able to help me, they were calling me to check on me, to remind me that I was not in this alone, that they were here with me and they were still working hard to help me, as well as try to, help me with other resources and things like that. They even called some different organizations in the community, and after realizing that people were telling them no for me as well, they started understanding, like, she really did call all these places and they're not going to help her. So they just started trying to figure out how they could help me. And the first thing that they did was they contacted the Lakeview Pharmacy, and they were able to get me approved for services through the Lakeview Pharmacy. So my prescriptions went from around $50, and they, at my normal pharmacy, and they had them transferred to the Lakeview Pharmacy, and they went down to a total of $12. That's for both of my medications together, only $12. So that was huge and helpful to me. So on Monday, I'll be able to go down and get my other medication. And so that's like really awesome. It makes me feel excited, have something to look forward to, because I am not feeling very balanced at all right now. And so then the next steps that they did was, through lots of questions and having to call me back and ask me different questions and figure out if I was qualified for this aspect or that aspect. Finally, I received a phone call that I have an appointment on Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock, and I am going to do an over-the-phone evaluation for them to get more of my financial information and stuff like that. But they have told me that I am already approved. I just have to do like the extra stuff, just so they have it all on record. And then from there, they'll explain to me and set up my therapy appointment, which should follow within the day or two from that, if not the same day if I'm lucky. And so what'll happen from that point on is, due to the COVID-19 and trying to, protect their employees as well as their patients, I will get a Zoom virtual appointment. And I just feel so much relief, because for months I've been turned away. I've had one organization willing to help me with therapy, but that was only for 10 sessions. And so after that, like, I haven't had any luck whatsoever. Everyone just keeps telling me no, that I don't qualify, things like that. So basically, it just really, just makes me feel good to know, that I was able to, instead of sitting around and crying, which has been hard, because I'm going to tell you, I had those days. So don't feel like crap if you have those days. I mean, we all do. It's just, it's that get up. It's that you want it, you need it. And for me personally, it was, I am so sick and tired of being turned away. And I think about all of you, and I think I cannot be the only person in this situation right now, but I am the only person that I personally know in this situation that has the platform that I have. So I decided to use that and try to advocate not only for myself today, but for all of you. So as soon as I start getting people willing to sign up and get on this list of mental health professionals that are willing to help in some sort of way for people right now, like me, like maybe you in your situation, then I'll definitely post that on the website to share that information so that those of you in the Northwest Florida area, can utilize those services. Now, if you're not in Northwest Florida, I'm literally, I emailed people I know, yes. I've had a few people email me back with different tips and things like that. Still nobody that's been able to sign up yet. So I'm not giving up. So what I'm basically doing is I am just going to pick up the phone and just keep calling and keep calling. I made several phone calls today for mental health reasons, for food service reasons, for rental reasons. I'll be posting that information on the From Trauma to Triumph Association Facebook business page. So you can go look us up on From Trauma to Triumph Association. And sometime this week, I'll be posting what information I'm able to find. Now, the mental health professionals, I will post on that, but I will also post on the Agape Love is Here ministry website pages that I have set up. So that anyone in the Northwest Florida area can look on that list and see if anyone would be willing. Now, there's a lot of free services out there. I will also post those other services, the ones that I personally don't qualify for. I will definitely post that information too. I'll try to get that up sometime this week. So basically, I'm just on here to share my little words of encouragement with you, my little story of hope and on my way to healing. And we all have those days, I have my good days, I have my bad days. Yesterday was a really bad day where I went into a rage and have felt so ashamed and embarrassed of myself and my behavior, of my words. I was beating myself up over that. Today I decided, instead of sitting around and beating myself up over it, I'm going to find myself some help, because if I don't get some help, I'm going to keep with this. I'm not going to be able to control these. They're going to get worse. I've got to do something about it. And so that's what I did today. It's probably so hard to sit there and take me seriously with this little tiara on my head. I just thought about that. So basically what I want you all to get from this today is that today I was not alone. And I'm thankful. I'm very thankful today. I'm thankful for the people in my community who heard me, reach out asking for help when it came to food and things like that. I am thankful for the mental health professionals in my community who have responded to me and who have been trying to offer up different types of resources and stuff that I may be able to look into. Even if you cannot sign up to offer your services for free, to those in need, if you can offer resource information, I can take that too. I thank you all for hearing my cries for help for myself and for other people in need. I definitely appreciate the mobile response team based out of Lakeview in Pensacola, Florida, who covers Northwest Florida area. I appreciate you so greatly. And particularly Sandy today and the whole team there. I mean, I know you were all on it, but Sandy was my go-to, my contact, and I appreciate you so much. And definitely because of you, I didn't feel alone today. Lakeview, thank you. You guys heard me cry out for help, and you stepped up and you figured out a way to help me when no one else would or could. So I am eternally grateful for your help and your support today, your encouragement, with the phone calls from Sandy throughout the day to make sure that I knew that I was not alone in this. So today I was not alone, but today I was not alone first and foremost because I stepped up for me. I stepped up and I said, not today, not me today, not me tomorrow. We're going to get through this and we're going to get better today, Stephanie. So I stepped up, and that's what it took for me to not be alone, so that I had a whole host of people in my community and through the mobile response team trying to help me today, because I stepped up for me. So today, you are not alone. You are not alone today. So take those steps and step up for yourself and help yourself. If you don't have a local mobile response team in your area, if you don't know if you have one, you could call your local mental health facilities, or hospitals may have that information. Local community center, health departments may have that information if anyone in your community has something like that going on. You may also reach out to news organizations in your community. They may have that information already on hand. And so city, county offices, you may be able to see that information on their websites, or find that information on their websites. So I would just look in those areas. If you are not able to find any sort of resource such as a mobile response team, or if you don't have a mental health facility in your community, such as what I have here as Lakeview or Baptist Foundation, if you don't have something like that in your community, please pick up the phone and call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. You may text HOME to 741-741. If you are in the Northwest Florida area, you may text GULF to 741-741. And that is the crisis text line. If you're a veteran, your crisis text line is 838-255. So if you don't have a mobile response team, again, you can contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. You may text HOME or GULF depending on your area. Northwest Florida area is GULF, anyone else HOME or CONNECT, to 741-741. If you are a veteran, your crisis text line is 838-255. Don't be alone in this. You don't have to be alone. I didn't have to be alone. I've been fighting it alone, and it sucked. And so I stepped up for me today. So please step up for you today. We're all loved. We are all someone's reason. So step up and be your reason today, like I was for me. I'm my reason, So step up and do that, and make those calls if you need that help. If it's an emergency, please call 911 and make sure you ask for a crisis intervention trained officer. They will be able to help you through your current situation if it is an emergency. Again, please reach out for help. Don't be alone. You are not alone today. Someone is here. Someone cares for you. I felt that love myself today. So please do that, And to end this on a really extra note to make you smile in a difficult time in the world, I would like to maybe share a couple of funny things with you today. So because I did those things today and I reached out, I felt good. I felt really good. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go outside and I'm going to get myself some fresh air today, because I need to get out of this house. I may not be able to leave my yard, but I can go outside at least. So I talked to my husband about that, and he said we could wash the car. We were out there, we washed the car. That was great, fun and everything. Then I decided, let's wash the dog. So he says okay, and we decide we're going to wash the dog on the driveway after we wash the car. So we're done washing the car, and I'm standing there with my hands on my hips, standing, a few feet away from him, just staring down at the concrete. Why I tend to stare at things like I'm watching what's going on, I have no idea. I guess maybe because I used to be able to see, I don't really know. So, but anyways, I stand there with my hands on my hips and just staring at the concrete where he was rinsing off the concrete. And it wasn't necessarily because we were trying to rinse it off as much as try to cool it off so that it wouldn't be hot for our dog's paws. And he's lazy too, so he's gonna sit. So we didn't want it to be hot for him. So we're sitting there doing that, and then we decide at the last minute, like we do a few other things, we go inside and we decide, let's wash our dog outside, out back, instead of out front. That way we have some shade. Nate wanted to work on fixing our pressure washer because he wants to pressure wash the pollen off the house and everything. And so I decided, that'd be nice. I'll sit in my chair outside and get some sun while he works on the pressure washer after we wash the dog. So we're outside washing the dog. And mind you, I didn't actually get to help wash the dog because that's when I got the phone call about my therapy appointment. So I had to go handle that. But anyways, we are at first out there washing the dog, and I just bust out laughing. And I tell him, imagine how crazy our neighbors think we are right now, because he's out front just standing there in one spot with the water hose, just rinsing off one spot of the driveway with the water hose. And I'm standing there staring at the ground like something really interesting is happening here. And now all of a sudden we go in, so I'm like, if any of our neighbors that were outside probably were like scratching their heads like, what is up with these people? I only say that because several of our neighbors watched us as we were hanging our Christmas lights this year, and we couldn't get them to stay on the house. So I suggested to my audio engineer, Nate, to go get his gaff tape. So he did. And we literally hung our Christmas lights with gaff tape this year. It worked. And our neighbors stood outside and watched us. So every few minutes, we live in an older neighborhood with concrete, like block homes. So when he would tear the tape off, apart, it would make a really loud ripping echo noise, and all of our neighbors were standing outside staring at us. So we were giggling the whole time, like they probably think we're nuts. And, so anyways, we just thought it was funny that we're standing outside staring at, and I'm the blind girl staring at the ground. But on top of that, there were like a ton of ant beds in the backyard, and since I kind of want to sit outside and do some podcast filming this week, my husband wanted to get rid of some of those ant beds so that I wouldn't get, eaten alive by them. And there's apparently like a gigantic one in our fire pit. So he went out there and I guess he found some home remedy or something for ants. I think someone told him this about spiders and he used it for ants. I'm not really sure. But Dawn dish soap and water. So he comes inside and he tells me that he thinks that our direct next door neighbor might think that something is really strange about us, because she was standing there watching him over the fence with a really funny look on her face, wondering what in the world he was doing, making bubbles fill up in our fire pit with dish soap. So if it makes you feel any better, just imagine all of this, because I have literally been walking around the house in my pajamas and this tiara this week, even though I have felt crummy. And all of that going on in our yard for our neighbors' viewing entertainment purposes. And when we get really bored, we take turns running up and down the hallway in our socks, seeing how far we can slide. So it's whatever we can find to make us happy in this time. And I really, really, really hope that you all are finding those little ways to help make you happy and find entertainment. Little example of that, maybe, I don't know if this is okay to say, but I'm not recommending anyone try this, but I can tell you that my husband and I do this here at our house because I'm totally blind. My husband wears blindfolds and we play hide and seek in our house. I don't make him wear the blindfolds when he hides. Honestly, at first I really didn't know that he was cheating. I thought he was wearing the blindfolds the whole time, but I don't make him wear them when he hides. I do make him wear the blindfolds when he comes to find me. I usually kick his butt. I think he's beat me like one time, but other than that, I always win. So that's just something that we're doing, that we do sometimes, not usually for boredom, but just because we're goofy like that and like to play around. I don't know, hopefully you guys can find some kind of way, artwork, writing, whatever it may be. I'm literally doing it all, whatever I can find, because some days are horrible, some days aren't so bad. So some days I'm trying it all and I'm pulling every trick I have out of the bag. I'm praying for you guys. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of hope, lots of encouragement. We're gonna get through this, and some days it feels like we're not. Some days it feels like it's just pounding down on us, but we are going to get through this, okay? Please advocate for yourselves. Advocate for your communities if you can. Pick up the phone. Call somebody. Let them know who you are, what your struggle is, what your problem is as far as not being able to find the help that you need, and ask them if they would be willing to be put on a list to help people like yourself. The worst that anybody can say is no. Ask. The worst they can say is no. It's nothing personal to you if they say no to you. If they're ugly about it, it's not you, it's within them. So if they're ugly over you asking for help, that's their problem, not your problem. I've been internet bullied this week by a local realtor who let me know just how horrible of a person I am because I need help right now with my rent. And she said, that I am a horrible person because I expect my landlord to save my booty, I'll say, during a time like this. And she said a few other nasty things to me that threw me into it was this week, it wasn't yesterday, it was a couple days ago, but it literally threw me into a panic attack. And it had me bawling, it had me feeling ashamed, embarrassed, all these things. And she really caused me to sink into a much deeper depression. It's so sad. It's unfortunate that there are people that behave that way. I'll be honest, I responded in rage and I told her she was hateful and she was a horrible person. I still feel guilty about that right now, and I even searched for her and went and found her on her Facebook page, and I was gonna apologize to her. But based on my communication with her up to that point, I realized that my apology to her would only fuel her fire and her hatred towards me. So I decided to protect myself and I didn't reach out to apologize. If you happen to be stalking me, I am sorry. I really should not have allowed anyone else's behavior to affect my reaction in such a way, and to call someone hateful and to call someone horrible at a time like this when we are all overwhelmed and stressed out was uncalled for and unacceptable. And so I'm sorry for that. And I just hope that if any of you are going through that you're able to find forgiveness for those people. I forgive her for the way that she has treated me, and then all the nasty things that she said about me, not knowing me or my situation. So I hope that you're able to get through that. I'm sorry if anyone's being mean to you. Just remember that it's within them, it's not you. Millions and millions of people are struggling right now. So, and we're all reacting in our own kind of way. So I encourage you today to get up. You may not be able to leave your house right now. You may not feel safe leaving your house right now, but I encourage you to get up, to pick up your phone book, to pick up your phone, to get on the internet, whatever you need to do, to search those numbers and start calling around and trying to get that help for yourself or other people in your community. If you don't need the help because you're financially stable, you can still call and help other people in your community. Start a growing list. Once you get that list going, send that list into your news outlets, to your local mental health facility organizations, your local hospitals. They're getting tons of these calls every day. Whatever you can do to step up and help your community, I encourage you to do that right now, because it's going to help you. It helped me today so much, you know. And so I really hope that me sharing this with you in all my glory of what I normally look like at home. So here's the truth. So, you know, I hope this helps. I hope that it has brought a smile to your face and some hope to your heart today. God bless you. I love you all, and I'm keeping my prayers going strong for you. Bye.